It's the home of the Pelicans. We are live from New Orleans. And, of course, Vince Williams. This is their first game without him.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
And you look at the Grizzlies' defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Nailed from three-point land.
Murray works extremely hard on his game and has put in a lot of time trying to become one of the more consistent players from long range.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Now here's Murray. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Now Daniels. Back to Bain. Clock at 6. Pass to Daniels. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
The 3. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Morant. Whoa, look out!
Goodness.
Look out!
Wow, okay, I see you. And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Now here's Murray. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And Craig, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
It's fun to watch a crafty player like DeJounte Murray who uses a blend of speed and smarts to make trouble on both ends of the floor.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's McCollum. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Phenomenal at realizing when to shoot from that mid-range. And McCollum becoming a master at that mid-range.
Rebound by Murray.
Trying to get spicy and totally whipped, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Here's Jones. Following the basket by Robert Williams. And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
New Orleans making a switch here. Here's Alvarado. To the paint. Stolen by Jackson. And here's Daniels. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
And it's Alvarado missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Payne for 3. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. And Memphis making a change here. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Kinsey. McGee a screen. That shot off. Good D by Williams. In the corner, Kennard with it. Over Kinsey. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Here's Jones. Williams with the block. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
Checking in for the Grizz.
59 seconds left here in the first quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Memphis leading by 4. Poked away. It's stolen by Alvarado. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Right side Jackson. Stolen by McGee. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Personal foul. First team foul.
20 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Here's Alvarado. Nothing on the board. Jones looking for an opening. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 5. We'll get things started.
19.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
They've out-hustled their opponents so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage.
And the basket is good. Murray's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Pelicans. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
In the corner, Kennard with it. Chang with a clean look. And another miss by Memphis.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Messi. Here's Murray. Got a hand on it. Now here's Jang. Hasn't made one yet. Jackson has the open look. Back to Williams. To the inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Murray. Plays it up off the glass. Murray's got 9.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Jackson in the corner. Drills it from outside. Jackson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Grizzlies.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Here's Topic. Pass to Kennard. Memphis moving it around. From downtown, it's rebounded by New Orleans. One of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
Shots good by Kennard.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Kept alive. Here's Messi. Williams with the block. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Jackson down low. Can't hit from in close.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Scooped up. Outside for Murray. For 3. No good on that one. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. To the middle. Poked loose. Here's Jang. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Both teams will make substitutions. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Deep 2 from Murray. And the Pelicans miss again.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. On the wing, Daniels. There's the steal. And it's Murray penetrating. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Going downhill, don't give Murray a chance to get going because let's just say you're not going to slow him down.
And he's good on the second. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. A kick out to Bain. On the wing, Bain. Morant left side. Jackson has the open look. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's McCollum on the wing. It's a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Murray. And he comes up with the deuce. Murray's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He has no problem going in there with the big trees because Murray is focused on that possession.
It's Morant with the drop.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face. Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Here's Hartenstein. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Hartenstein's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Grizzlies. We've got 22 seconds left in the second quarter. And now Daniels pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
12 seconds left in the first half. Morant with a wide open look. Hands it from downtown. Morant's got the lead up to 14 now for the Grizzlies. And they get it. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And so it's Memphis with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Right back after this break. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Here's Morant on the wing, Williams. Jackson with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Messi. Second shot opportunity. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Pelicans hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. He hits the second from the line. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Daniels from outside. Messi grabs the rebound. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's his third foul of the game.
Second team foul.
From the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Hartenstein. Chalk up 2 there. Hartenstein's got his second bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And the shot goes in.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
And here's Jackson. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Jackson's got his third basket of the night right there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Murray, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 14. On the wing, Daniels. Inside. Here's Hartenstein. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hartenstein's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Murray up on top. 14 points for him. And the dunk by Williamson.
What a move. Few do it as well as Zion Williamson.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the game here. Daniels, no good on the free throw. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Pass to Jackson. In the corner, Kennard with it. Good on the triple. He's got 9.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Williamson left side. Now here's McCollum. Five on the clock. And the 3 off target.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Bain with the bucket.
Finding looks is what Bain does, and he's always trying to sniff out his next bucket.
And it's Williamson missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 19 points. Goes up on the wing. They grab their own miss.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Pass to Kennard.
In the third, 2 minutes.
Three-pointer, Daniels. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Back to Murray. Deflects the pass. Here's McCollum. That one's off. Still out of sync.
A bit of pride at stake. Trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Daniels from outside. Kennard on the wing. Misses the 3. A minute 20 left to play here in the third. Here's McCollum. Off with the layup.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
The kick out to Bain. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Bain's got 4 points this quarter.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency. He hasn't even made 1 point yet this quarter. Man, his team desperately needs him to get going.
And it's good for 2. Murray's got 16.
He's just a fun player to watch in these moments. Murray uses his defense to generate his offense sometimes.
McCollum outside. With the drive. Off target at the rim. Pass to Kennard. Here's the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
3 points.
Kennard's got 9 points now in just the second hit. And so it's Memphis in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We've got more in store for you right after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Now McCollum. And the NBA last season, Richard, really emphasizing it's an 82-game league. And I know you love that.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. I was taught by the legends of the game that you go out there and play every single night that you can. At some point in time, the sports and science team realized that it is very difficult to be a professional. But I stand by. 82 games is an achievement that very few can achieve now.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game.
And how about no turnovers here in the second half, making sure they get a quality possession every time down the floor.
Knocks it loose. Alvarado with the steal. Here he goes.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this.
Ooh, what a slam!
Oh, my.
What a slam!
Gracious.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Here's McCollum.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen from Memphis?
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And another thing, the defense didn't clog the lanes. They took full advantage with their ability to attack the paint on a lot of those possessions.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Alvarado. Fires for three. And the Pelicans miss again.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off. Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
So, Greg, you played the point. In Create a Player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody. Now, flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Robinson Earl. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Off the inbound. Rebounded by Jackson.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Memphis in total control. And here's Morant. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And they double up Murray. Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
And it's Morant missing. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple. Yeah, that's two straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Drives to the hoop. And Morant throws it down.
This is what you pay to see. Morant doing what he does, exploding right to the rim off the drive. Wow.
Memphis with the ball. And then Morant slams it in.
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
There's 1:59 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to McCollum. Over Williams. McCollum, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Grizzlies.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Ja Morant.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Drops in the tray.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
And this team encourages Zion to be assertive inside. They know how skilled and overpowering he can be.
And finished off by Morant.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Can't connect from short range. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Substitution on the court.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Daniels, no good. Driving the lane, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks.